The first 12 steps are task orientated, and now we come to resources, which definitely complicates the issue. First of all, resources have to reside in the resource sheet. So for example, on my view bar, if I look towards the bottom, I can see a button called Resource Sheet, and I'd click that and I'd add my resources to the resource sheet. But that would only be if I wanted to manage resources in this project and no other project. What often happens though is we share resources between projects. And so if I want to share resources working on multiple projects at the same time, I don't want to put the resources into this particular project. So I'm going back to the Gantt chart. I want to create a dedicated file called a resource pool in which I put all my resources and then I share them between projects. And this allows me to then manage my resources in one location, share my resources between projects, and also check for over-allocation across projects. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the File tab in the ribbon, and I'm going to go to Recent. And I want to open up my projects template. This way all the working days and the working hours and the public holidays have already been established, and so I don't have to worry about setting that sort of information up. This particular file is not going to host a Gantt, it's just going to host resources. So on my view bar, I'm going to go to the resource sheet. What I'm also going to do before I go too much further is save this file as a resource pool. So I'll go to File and I'll go to Save, and I'll call this file Resource Pool. And to make it easy to find, I'll put it on my desktop and save. In the resource pool is where I list all my resource names, whether they be human or otherwise. So I've got the bride, for example, and she belongs to the group family. And there's literally only one bride, and she has no standard rate or overtime rate. She's working for free. I'll add some more resources. For instance, the groom, the mother of the bride, the mother of the groom, the father of the bride, and the father of the groom. All of these resources gain an initial, and all of these resources belong to the same group, family. To fill down family quickly, I can put my mouse in the bottom right corner of family and get a thin black cross and drag down. And these are all members of the family. I have one unit or one person in each resource, and they cost me nothing. I'm now going to click under Father of the Groom and add Caterer. Now the caterer is not family. The caterer is staff, so I'm going to add staff in the group. And also I have more than one caterer. For example, I have 5. Also the caterers charge for their time. They're $15 an hour, so I'm going to type 15. And to the right of that, they do charge an overtime rate of $20 an hour, so I'll type 20. When it comes to the standard and overtime rates, you just type the number. It'll automatically format it as dollars and put it per hour. When it comes to your resource units, I like to see them as decimals. But what can sometimes happen is they can sometimes show as percentage. Where this is coming from is File in the ribbon. So I'll click on File and I'll click on Options. If I then look under Advanced, what I can see is my resources can be changed from decimal to percentage. And I'll just find this particular option. Actually, it might be under Schedule. And here it is here. Show assignment units as decimal. If I change that to percentage and go OK, I now have 500% of the caterer and 100% of each member of the family. I don't like seeing resources like that, so I'm going back to File, back to Options, and this time I'll head to Schedule, and I'll change it from percentage back to decimal because I think that makes sense. And OK, so you might want to change yours as well. Other resources include the photographer, and so on and so forth. In row 15, I'm going to add the manager just because I want to show you how you add somebody who's on a salary. The manager, for example, there's one unit. That manager is also staff, which I could actually fill down. I might highlight these cells and either press Ctrl D or use the thin black cross as I did before. And when it comes to the standard rate, the manager is on $55,000 a year salary. So I put 55,000 per Y. You must put the per Y, otherwise the manager will be on $55,000 an hour, which would be way too expensive for this project. And then just continue to add the other resources to this resource sheet.